Right, we've got a few checks to do. Let's see if I can sort this out a little bit. There you go. It's because I'll slouch. That's better. Right, we've got 3 people in here. Let me just make sure that all of the super chat is on and the live chat. Cool. Let me just see if that refreshes on there. Yeah, sweet. 4x4 fella first. I love you. Hey, right, let me see. Good evening, everybody. It's all looking good. Can you let me know if the audio and the visual is okay? Because without that, there's no point carrying on. All right, so let me see. Very clear. That's good. I've got all of the lights on, so I'm not sure if it's going to make any difference. And it's a dingy cottage. All right. Wow, look at this. We got 37 people in the chat. I've got the laptop right there, so excuse me for looking off screen. Look at this. Run to the woods. Hello, mate. All good? Excuse me. So we're just warming up. We're getting things organised and ready. Everything seems to be synced, which is amazing. Hey, thanks for the donation. That's very cool. Grant Renee, much appreciated, brother. Very kind. Incidentally, if anyone wants to do super chats, it's absolutely fine. Okay, you don't have to, but if you want to, it really helps the channel because we want to get as much information as we can out there. And this is my time. A lot of research and a lot of reading lately, so we got lots to talk about. So let me just have a little catch up. 61 people in the house. 4x4 fella, Gary Jones, Run to the Woods, Connor Hughes, Land Rover Prepper, Rambo 1419, Gatsby 53. Grant, hey, cheers, dude. Appreciate that. Look at that. That's a slice of pie. I don't know how these things work. That's really cool. Thanks very much for your donation, sir. Let me see. Connor Hughes, King of the Preppers. How cool is this? Land Rover Prepper. Tack. Is that the real Tack? What's up, Playboy? Tack. The guy in America on the bikes. Is that really you? I hope it is. It's been a while, dude. Hell yeah, it is Tack. Oh, my brother, Tack. All right. Yeah. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, do you know what? I was only talking to my son about you and your motorbikes and your escapades with the police. Good to see you on here, Tack, brother. Yeah, we've survived. We're alive. And we're spreading the good news. Oh, yeah. Wow, this is awesome. There's some cool people in here. Tack, man, you're the brother. That's cool. John O.D. in the house. Dennis Cook. Butters. Margaret. Mark's Adventures. Born Outside. Oh, yes. Hit the thumbs up if you can, people. It'd be really, really cool. That's all good in the hood. What we're looking for, time 1 minute past, so we're looking good. Everyone's just rolling in. Right, I'll tell you what, because the audio and the visuals all good, can you guys let me know whereabouts you are? Alpha Charlie Concepts, lock and load. Good to see you, buddy. Always good to see you. Stuart Lennon. Yeah, whereabouts are you guys from? Scotland. Argyle, Scotland. It's weird because on my phone screen I look crystal clear, but on the screen on YouTube it looks really blurry. I don't know what you guys are seeing. Tack, NY, I guess that's New York State, not New York City. You got to be crazy living in that city, bro. Wow, I better look on the screen. Look at this. Sweden, Staffs, West Country, Leicestershire, Hartlepool, sunny Yorkshire. Bullshit, it's never sunny in Yorkshire. Glasgow, Merthyr Tydfil. South Shields, Filey, Glasgow, Northern Ireland, Cornwall, Essex, Inverness, nice. Living in Finland, cool. Clear Screen, nice. Aberdeenshire, Essex, Northern Ireland, a few people from Northern Ireland in the house. That's cool. Northampton, Kettering, Staffs, West Midlands, Carlos. Hello, mate, up the road. Yeah, for sure. He's a Welshie. Right. Earth. Very cool. Essex, baby. Bedfordshire, Lincoln, Essex, North Lancashire. Lana Jack, hi. Wow, there's a lot of people from all over, which is really, really cool. Excellent, excellent. Northamptonshire. Here we go. Run to the woods. How are you feeling now? Still shit. I'll probably say since the last live stream I've done, I'm about 70% now, so I'm getting better. The dizziness is gone. I'm still pretty much wiped out. Yeah, energy's like really plundered, you know. Any slightest thing I do, I'm well out of breath, which is unusual for me because I'm quite a fit guy. Runny nose a little bit. Lost complete hearing in that ear, in my right ear. It's completely gone. It's like beep. So it is a bit hard to talk and hear myself, if that makes sense. Yeah, I've been ill, mate. Yeah, it's a long story. It's been like 13 days now, I think, something like that. It's been a while. Did you find out what it was? No idea. I'm just going to let it run its course, whatever it is. But there's a lot of other people around the UK that have got this weird illness. It's very strange. It has been no real coughs, bit of no sore throat, so nothing respiratory. It's just stomach and weakness and dizziness and high temperatures at first, but we're okay. But we're getting there, well enough to do this anyway. It's not a problem. So okay, so we got pretty much where most of you guys are from. Monkeypox. Is that really a thing? Metallic reality. Hey, how's it going, sugar? You all right? It's all good in the hood. Are you going to the prepper meet? I hope so. So yeah, that's all looking good. Weird considering how rural you are in mid Wales. Yeah, it's a weird thing. I do live out in the sticks in the middle of nowhere, but I do work in the shop, and we do have lots of customers coming in. They bring their coughs and colds to the door, so I'm not immune from it all. Gary Stewart, that's fucking man up and get on with things. Yeah, of course, you got to keep going, isn't it? Yeah, although it is important to rest when you can. I've been sleeping really, really well, which is unusual because I have crap sleep usually. But the last 5 nights, slept like 8 hours a night without any wake up, so it's unusual, probably needed. So what's this? I haven't been able to book my ticket. Been away. Don't worry, you can just turn up. It's cool. Leave that to me. I'll sort something out. All right. Glasgow, Queen. Johnny. Yeah, adapt and overcome is what they say. Right. Okay. So one of the main things I wanted to get out there on this live stream is, like I said in previous live stream, I know a hell of a lot, which is what's going on in America and Canada, but I don't know really much what's going on in the UK. Mainly because of the censorship, and the mainstream is absolutely just killing things, right? It really, really is hard to find decent information. In fact, if anyone does an online search about like current events, I would hazard a guess I give up after, say, 20 or 30 screens worth of mainstream crap. Okay, there's no independent information here in the UK. I find it very difficult to find them sort of sources, okay, other than mainstream lies, pretty much. Okay, so what we're going to do tonight is we're going to find out what is going on where you live. Okay, so what I wanted to do was to get everyone together. We've got 112 people in the chat right now, okay, which is awesome. So thanks very much for coming along, and hit the thumbs up. It really does mean the world. And it enables this video to reach more people. Okay, so as far as I'm aware, I'm one of the only guys in the UK doing this. So we really need to know as preppers what is actually going on in our own country. Okay, forget about America, forget about Canada. Okay, that doesn't affect us really. It usually does over time, but we want immediate information here in the UK. So out here in Mid Wales, I can only tell you what I'm witnessing with my own eyes here. Um, there has been a run on vegetable oil and sunflower oil in the shops. It's a bit hit or miss, but most of the time, yeah, shovel recce. I know, man. You've been here, you know the score, and yeah, we got. I think I've done a speed test earlier. 10 meg going up, and I think 8 going down. So that's pretty cool, actually. It really helps. It's enough to do his live stream anyway, which is bloody awesome. Who would have thought it? So yeah, what I wanted to do is to see what's going on where you are. Okay, so going into shopping, we're talking food, etc. Is what are you noticing shortage wise? Okay, now lots of the things that we like to get, the staples. So we're talking like rice, pasta, tinned foods. Okay, it's very rarely been on offer ever since the start of the issue back in 2020. Okay, hardly any of it's been on offer. I have noticed the peck, you know, the peck tins, the 300 gram ones, the big ones. They've been on offer recently, and I've pretty much cleared out my Tesco's. I've got about 20 or 30 cans of that in total now. The great big 10-kilo sacks of basmati rice, they have been offer for a while. That offer is now ended, so I'm glad I steamed in there and I got probably about 50 kilos or so when it was on offer. That's how I roll. That's how I've always rolled. The stuff that I think is going to be useful, which is going to store very well, I'll find out what the good stuff is, and after trialing a few things, I know which ones are good and which ones are bad, and I'll just keep my eyes open when they're on offer, when they're on discounted prices. Every week, I'll just grab a few. But don't go mad. Don't go in there and just get loads. Okay, you're just going to draw attention to yourself, and with the coming food crisis, and it is looking, unfortunately, like a serious crisis coming, not just to the UK but globally. Okay, it's already having effects felt around the globe. So if you look at what's going on in Sri Lanka, for example, if you don't know what's going on in Sri Lanka, have a look around. It will scare the hell out of you. It's really bad that's going on out there. Some of the reports I've been hearing about Sri Lanka is, first of all, it started off a big fuel crisis. Okay, so you know all the pumps were just being rationed, short, nothing at all. There was fighting going on at the petrol stations. That triggered onto food. Food has been a massive issue in Sri Lanka. And what's been happening is all of the wealthy people that live out in the hills of the big houses, they've been targeted by the poor looking for food. Some have been actually taken out. Some of them also, like politicians, the people have found out where the politicians live, and they've been going around there and actually taking them out. I mean, taking them out. Okay, so it just goes to show, no matter how much money you think you've got, no matter how popular you think you are, okay, there is no such thing as 100% security. I've been saying that for years. I've worked in the security game. I've got my security clearance and my license. Okay, I know how it works, and trust me, there's loopholes everywhere. So all of these politicians and wealthy people who have got a big say in how things are run at a governmental level, they're starting to be taken out in Sri Lanka. Okay, so it's only a matter of time before that sort of thing just goes around the world. Okay, so eat the rich, pretty much. Yeah. So let's just have a little catch up then to see what's been going on where you are, because we need to know. Okay, we need to know what's actually going on here. So we're going to scroll right back to where I started gassing about this. It's not just the price of food that's going up here in the UK. Even electronic components, tools, clothes, camping kit, etc. has jumped 50 to 70%. That's from Grant Renee. Thanks for the comment, Grant. Appreciate that. Wow. Even tea bags have nearly doubled. Does any of you guys drink tea out there? I don't personally. I'll probably have about, I don't know, 5 cups of tea a year. You know, I'm a coffee guy now. UK column News Respect. Yeah, been following them for years now. Donkey's years. Was it? I think the poles are nearly at the 40-degree mark. Mad weather changes. Yeah, there is big things about the grand solar minimum, which a lot of people are talking about now. Whether it's going to hit mainstream, it probably will do at some point. But yeah, what is going on with the sun is affecting a hell of a lot of things here on our lovely planet. Okay, if you don't know anything about that, research the grand solar minimum. Okay, the sun moves in cycles. I don't want to go on about it, it'll be all day, but yeah, look into it yourself. Um, so here we go. Grant Renee again. Tesco had sunflower oil at £12.50. What? For a litre, strictly one per household. Wow, I've not seen that. £12.50 for a litre. Are you serious? Have you got that right? One per household for a few weeks ago now. It's back down to £3.50. Wow, it's weird because where I'll go to Tesco's in Mid Wales, the sunflower oil and vegetable oil has probably been about 150 a litre. It's just been normal. That's really shocking to hear that. That's just insane. I wonder what Tesco's that was. Paul MC, Glasgow here. Noticing fresh things and bread has been limited. Yeah, do you know what? That is one of the first things that some of my researcher friends have been pointing out. It's going to be the fast food, the fast turnaround stuff of a short shelf life. So all of your fresh fruit and veg and salady stuff, that sort of thing, that's going to have big impact. Okay, I think one of the problems contributing to that is the fact that we employ lots of foreign workers to come to the UK on very, very minimal pay to pick all of this stuff for us. And there's been all sorts of issues getting people over here, visas and God knows what else. So yeah, expect to see fresh local produce. The availability is going to be in decline, okay? At some point, my local supermarket have put security tags on steak. Yeah, Margaret, I've been seeing that since 2020. It's scary, isn't it? It's sign of the times. But yeah, unfortunately, people are getting desperate. The price of meat has gone up. So yeah, you are going to see security tags on meat, believe it or not. Of course, vegans not affected by this. They're probably the smart ones ahead of the game. Gherkins and Aldi have disappeared. Oh my God, no gherkins. No, it's the information nonetheless, John. That's cool. The latest shortages in the US are canned pet food and baby formula. Yeah, I've been hearing about baby formula. Apparently, BILL, the thing that moves open and shut at the end of your garden, that guy apparently has got a finger or a few fingers in the baby formula market. So who knows what's going to go on there. So yeah, I do hear that Americans are having big problems with baby formula. There are ways that you can make your own apparently. I'm not sure what it is, but there's going to be some videos on there to have equivalents, okay? Deep in the bunker. Hello, buddy. I saw you mentioned on Lee's live stream last night. I only caught the replay of it. Lee said he'd be doing a live stream at 8 o'clock. I think he'd done it for about 10 minutes. Come on, Lee. And of course, by the time I got Alan settled and the rest of it, it was too late. So yeah, deep in the bunker. Welcome, my friend. There used to be a purchase limit on rapeseed oil here in my local Lidl in Northern Ireland. A purchase limit, really? God, you know, I haven't seen that since 2020. The things that I remember from 2020 was toilet roll, milk in the local and convenience stores, and bread. I think bread. So you're only allowed X amount per transaction, I would assume. But obviously there's ways around that. Okay, just say you got 4 adults in your family household, you just get like a trolley per person. Okay, so you can get 4 loaves of bread, 4 bottles of milk into the household that way. So there's always ways around things. Okay, let me see what else in there. Cooking, butter or lard, veg oils and whole grain oils are killers. Yeah, from a health perspective, yeah, a lot of people say that. You want to get grass-fed meat that's been rendered, that fat, that will be okay if you really want to look after your health, all right? Let me see. Shortages, veg oil, peanut butter, cowpole, and some tinned meats, eggs. This is in Gloucestershire, UK. So Webby, 10 Road to Glory, thanks for your input there. So let me just recap over that. Peanut butter and cowpole. Cowpole, wow. I'm glad we got a big stock of that because You know, most of you parents who have got kids, you know, if they run high temperatures, that is a good go-to. I don't agree with Calpol myself. And in fact, if I was to put a number on how many times I've administered Calpol to my son, or me and my partner has administered it to our son, I would say in 4.5, nearly 5 years, is probably at about 10 or 12 doses of that stuff, which is crazy because some families, some people. Hey Lee, the bug out shop, right, buddy? Good to see you. But yeah, people just like throw that stuff down their kids' necks. It's really bad, you know. Little in moderation, in my opinion, is fine. But anyway, that's just personal opinion. DJ, alright. Good to see you. You cheer me up in dark times. Thanks, dude. Yeah, that's another good thing as well. That's a very good point well made. You know, I would say that, you know, we're not stupid. These are dark times, all right? There's a lot. I always refer to what's going on as like a background app that's running in the background, okay? It's just bad news constantly running in the background. And most of us try to limit that because it will affect your mental health, okay? The more exposed you are to, you know, looking into what's going on, it will slowly eat away at you, okay? So it's very important to take a break from all of this crap, and it is crap, okay? Take a break from it all. My go-to is nature, all right? So even if you spend 20 minutes in the local woodlands, okay, or a park, just having a walk around, taking some nice deep breaths, you know, looking at some birds flying around and stuff, just completely unwind and don't think about all that crap. Every now and again, it's important to do that, okay? Because if you don't have those, I would say, welfare breaks, then you could slowly start, you know, going down that slippery slope into depression, and it's not a good thing, okay? Prepping is all well and good, you know, looking into being physically prepared, but mentally prepared is probably more important, okay? You really need to look after yourself in times like this. So my go-to, like I said, just find somewhere in nature and just turn your phone off and just go for a nice long walk, all right? Don't think about anything. So yeah, let me see. I'm going through there. There's so much on here. There's 154 people in the chat. Welcome. If you can hit the thumbs up, just drop out the chat, hit thumbs up. It's really cool. Appreciate that. And thanks for your donations as well for the super chat. That's very nice. Much appreciated. Seriously, welcome. These. I'm in the city. I've not noticed any food shortages yet. No, you probably won't notice any food shortages yet. And I think some people that I know are really heavily research into this. There's a few channels. Neil McCoy Ward is very, very good. I've been following Neil for a few years now. Who else is there? There's Pinball Preparedness in America. There's Adapt 2030, David Dubine. And there's also Ice Age Farmer, Christian. Okay, they're really good channels to watch on a regular basis. Okay, that will really give you a heads up. So if you've not come across those channels, pop over and subscribe to them. Tell them I sent you. It all helps, because what I'm trying to set up is try to do a live stream done with Christian and probably Neil at some point. It'd be great to bounce ideas, because we all sing from the same hymn sheet. Okay, so those channels I could thoroughly recommend. All right. So yeah, they're saying that there's no shortages in this city at the moment. The time frame they're looking at whenever the mainstream media decide to release the information that there is actually going to be very little to no food at all available. Okay, so you're looking at harvest season. Usually that's between September and October. They're going to have a good forecast idea within the next couple of weeks to see how the crops are actually going. They're going to find out who's actually planted anything at all. And with that, with the quality of the crops, with the weather, if it's affecting yields, etc., with fertilizer shortages and prices going crazy. We got a friend, a farmer, just down the lane there. And last year he paid £300 for an order of fertilizer. This year it was £1,000. So you can imagine how much it's going to affect things, all right? It's a hell of a big jump. So yeah, that's like 70%. That is unheard of in the farming community, such a jump in such a short time. So yes, unfortunately, it is looking like there is going to be mass food shortages. It's going to start to be trickling through the mainstream, and people will start to realize this. only from a couple of weeks to a month's time away now. Okay, you're going to start seeing that. The mainstream media are going to start really screwing the screw. Okay, they're going to start telling people, you know, oh, there's big food shortages. So what's that going to do? What do you think that's going to do? I'll tell you what it's going to do if you don't already know. It's going to trigger mass panic buying. Okay, that is going to cause all of the problems. You're going to be going to the supermarket with your trolley, like you do with your family, just getting in your regular shop, and there's going to be people desperate. They're going to be fighting, they're going to be shouting, they're going to be running around, and they're going to be grabbing what they can. And it is coming. Okay, so yeah, that's going to probably be October time. Weapon collector Mike, all right, mate, good to see you in chat, mate. Oh dear, I'll try and get off early enough, so I'll give you guys a shout. So yeah, if any of you guys want to stick around for a really cool live stream, my mate Mike, Weapon Collector, is going to be doing one about 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. So if you want to hang around and jump onto his live feed, that'd be cool. I'll be popping on there myself for a bit. So yeah, let me just go through these because there's a whole lot of messages on here. What have we got now? We've got 178 people in the chat. Welcome everybody. Fuel situation on the Dutch-German border has been crazy. Germany has dropped some taxes on fuel, causing a run on fuel, especially Dutch drivers. Wow, haven't seen anything like this before. Dangerous situations. Yeah, do you know what? I've heard big things about what's going on in Germany at the moment. And of course, if there's anyone who's in Germany at the moment, who's on there, can you just let us know who you are, and we can have a little chat and see what's going on out in the Deutsche Lande. So, I've been told by a good authority that Germany has nearly all of its gas from Russia. And apparently, as far as I know, they're still refusing to pay in rubles. So they're literally running around the markets trying to get what gas they can. Okay, so that is a big problem. We're talking gas, liquid gas. As regards fuel, it says on there that it's been crazy on the border, the Dutch-German border. So yeah, fuel taxes, yeah, bloody hell, it's going crazy. It's not just the UK. I doubt we'll see much for this month. Cat food getting low. Shit, the fan wait until the end of June. Yeah, like I said, it's going to be waiting for like the crop reports, okay, and they come out every quarter. So we've already had one, so we're waiting for the second one, and they do reckon that coinciding with that, inflation is going to jump up as well. Okay, so I know things are crazy with the price of everything. Simon Mills, thanks very much for your kind donation, sir. I really appreciate that. That's so cool. Yo-Yo Reels, fish, good. Oh, it's just disappeared. Family plus wild edibles. Yeah, that's it. Go fishing and wild edibles. Very good. If not, just to supplement what food you have already prepped. That's an excellent idea. And in fact, me and my partner was talking about this about last week sometime. You know, it's all well and good having all of our food safely stored away and packaged for long-term storage. But what I plan to do with my family is to supplement it with wild edibles, okay? Even just walking down the country lanes around here, there's so much foods that we just don't know about, okay? So we've got some books. We need to find ourselves some time and to go around and study what's actually growing. And once we've found what's good and what's bad, then we can see how to process it and try to see what nutritional value and content that those particular food edibles actually have within them. It's going to be a huge boost to just tin spam, you know, packet rice, you know, tins of beans. You know, having like really good nutrition on board is very important, okay? So yeah, well said. That's a very good point. So the super chats come straight up and I can see the message straight away. So thanks for the super chat there. Let me see. It's a gherkin nightmare. It's John. Excuse me. Coming food crisis, it's already here. Well, someone said that the other day, and my reaction to that was, you ain't seen nothing yet, okay? All the time, and I know it's probably wrong to say this, you know, where I go, there's not that much difference in the supermarket shelves, and there's only been very small increases in the price of most foods, okay? So the stuff that's predicted is going to be next to nothing available at all on the shelves, or what stuff is that is on the shelves is going to be so expensive, people will have to rethink whether they're going to actually buy that item or not. Okay, so we're talking massive prices. Just say, for argument's sake, you go to your supermarket and a loaf of bread costs £1. Can you imagine how you're going to feel if you go there and the loaves of bread are £5? Okay, it wouldn't surprise me if the price of wheat and the availability of wheat in the coming harvest this year is going to have a knock-on effect on that. Yes, we got cold wheat storage from last year, but that's not going to last that long. Okay, especially when people get wind of food shortages fueled by the mainstream media, which I suspect the mainstream media campaign on food shortages are going to hit around mid-August, I would guess. That's going to be when things really start going crazy, which I predict. So yeah, the food crisis, no, not yet. Let me see. Polo one, is that price increases, media distractions, population replacement. It's easier to bring down the first world than yeah, for sure, exactly. I mean, the third world is being dismantled as we speak. I suspect America is going to be next, and the UK is probably going to be the last to fall. In my grim predictions. Time frames, it's hard to say. It really is. But what I would say is, if you're not a billionaire at the moment, you're going to struggle. Okay, it's going to be the billionaires going to be okay-ish, and anyone below that is just going to get squeezed into having no money at all. So yeah, be careful how you invest the money that you do have. If you've got all of your money in one bank account, seriously have a rethink. Okay, seriously rethink your finances. Just say if you got a healthy, say £5,000 worth of savings in the bank account, I would take all of that out of the bank account. I'd invest it in silver bullion. I reckon probably next year and the year after, you're going to see massive rises in the price of silver. Okay, so any of you guys who've been stacking silver, fair play to you. If you got gold a long time ago, you were going to be quidsing. Okay, so yeah, next year and the year after, you're going to see huge prices in silver. I think spot price now is about, is it 21, 22 per ounce? Obviously, it's going to be like 10% more than that minimum, maybe a lot more than that to actually physically get it. Some of them, I just saw some buffering now. I hope it's okay. So yeah, there's going to be a big problem with getting hold of physical silver. Or just get what you can now. The biggest killer now is fuel. It's madness. Yeah, where I'm actually living, the nearest diesel price is 184, 183.9, I think it is. So yeah, the cheapest that I found is 179.9. That's about 10 miles away. So I went there and just filled right up to the top, brimmed the tanks. Incidentally, if anyone wants to buy some petrol, that's not too far from the bug out. I sold my petrol car, so I've no need for petrol anymore. It's about 8 months old, okay, and I've got 80 litres, so 4 jerry cans of petrol, and you can have that for £1.30 a litre. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it. It's absolutely fine. I just want to pass it on to someone who needs it. So if anyone wants to get the petrol that I've got, 80 litres, 4 jerry cans, full up to the top, there's no air in there. Make your way to the bug out, say, I think it's open on Monday, and we can pass it over, okay, just to help out, because I've got no need for petrol now. I've got a diesel engine. So Glasgow Sunday, let me see, biggest killer is fuel. We are very close to the next stage of the food supply collapse, and it looks and feels like. Andrew Wilkes, yeah, absolutely concur, mate. There is a hell of a lot coming down the road, which people just, do you know what the most common thing is? All right, and this happens a lot, and dare I say the term normies. Their consensus opinion is, oh, I go down to my supermarket and the shelves are stacked, it's fine, there's no fuel crisis, and there's not going to be one. I already feel sorry for those people. I do, because as I say, come September, October, they're going to be in big shock. Okay, and people like me and others have been telling people this for years. This has been my message since 2012 when I started my YouTube channel. Okay, just stockpile food, and if nothing happens, you can still eat it. Okay, And the beauty of it is, the date that you bought it, it's always going to be cheaper than the date that you eat it. Okay, so if you go to buy it like 4 years after you got it, it's always going to be more expensive. You know, food prices go up every 4 years or whatever. So, you know, it makes sense to save money and to make sure that you're looking after your family and your loved ones. Simon Mills, thank you very much for the donation. I have my money in gold, not a rich man, but every month I accumulate my Yes, very good idea. And in fact, that's a good friend of mine, Dave, is over near London Way. What he does is 10% of his wages every month he puts towards physical silver, and it just slowly stacks over all these years. He's amassed a small fortune at the moment, and like I said, you know, next year and into the year after that, the price of silver is going to go through the roof. If you look at the, I forget what they call it. There's that term, and it's between the price of gold and the silver. It's like a ratio, and it's always been roughly about the same sort of distance. But I'll tell you this much: that distance is going to shrink very, very quick. Joe Gould, good to see you. Hope you're well. We got people from West Midlands on here, so if you want to breeze up and down through the chat, you're gonna find some like-minded guys. Okay, so yeah, you know, expect that silver price to just skyrocket. Right, let me see. Nigel, hello, buddy. Just seeing your message there. £1.70 a litre petrol. Yeah, that's pretty average, I think, from what I've been seeing. Food sales are okay, but prices are slowly going up. Low quality fresh veg creeping onto the shelves. Paraffin is twice the price. Wow. Less over in Essex. Gee whiz. No shortages here in Cornwall. Some good offers on local butchers. Yeah, Foggy, good to see you in here, mate. Yeah, I would, if you haven't done so already, I would just make sure that you've got at least 3 months of food, a bare minimum. Okay, so we're talking rice, pasta, passata, garlic puree, tinned meats. Okay, get them sort of basics, because you can supplement that, because your knowledge with wild edibles and stuff, mate. You know what I mean? You're gonna top that up. It should be fine. So yeah, wow. Check this out. Bloody hell. Normalcy bias. Yeah, sheeple. I know. The sheeple are going to bring us down. That's the way I see it. Squirrels on the Barbie. Yum. Oh yeah, did you know there's hardly any fat on squirrels? Okay, so you still need to find some fat. So any animals that you do trap snare capture, make sure that you render the fat. Okay, because fat is going to be key. Okay, without fat, you don't think. Yeah, well said, Lee. 8 miles away from anarchy. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to scroll down to the current, because there's just so much in the chat. We've got nearly 200 people. So thanks very much for everyone joining along. So we can see some of the current things on there. There we go. If I get some disinfectant sachets and oxygen scavengers, oxygen absorbers, iron sachets, in from the place I used to get them from in the US. To share them with you guys and girls. Grant. Now, we're okay, I think, in the UK for that sort of stuff. We can still get all of the things readily online. 500 kilograms of Haribos. Anyone want 500 kilos of Haribos? My brain should work as I'm fat as fork. I'll tell you what, this is serious, right? Any people that are carrying a bit of weight on them, okay, myself included, a bit of lard all over themselves. If you want to turn that fat into energy, you need sugar. Okay, so if you put sugars into your body and you move around, it breaks down the fat, turns it into energy. Okay, if you've got no sugar and you're a big guy or big girl, it's just going to stay there. Okay, and you're going to actually be eating muscle protein. All right. Hey, Gareth, BKW. Oh, mate, thanks for that 50 donation as well. I did notice when I got an update from the charity guys. Really appreciate that, mate. And I know money's tight, so that really goes a heavy way, dude. Thanks very much for that, dude. Let me see who we got in here. Joe Gould, huge arseholes. All the bees are dying too. Bees have been okay around here that I've been noticing. There was a lot of talk when there was testing 5G networks that a lot of the bees and animals were seriously suffering. I don't know what the current state of play is on the 5G rollout, but it's bad news from what I see. Buy silver Britannias as you pay no capital gains tax. Yeah, fair play. Yeah, all of my silver is bullion coin. Okay, don't get the bars. If you get coins, then you avoid from paying capital gains tax. Is absolutely quite right. One of the ones that I looked into a lot was the Canadian maple, because the process that they use, I use the 4 9s fine, the medical grade silver, which is the purest silver money can buy. I said in other videos, because you can do colloidal silver. If you don't know what colloidal silver is, do a little research, write it down, look into it. It's seriously good for your health. Okay. In fact, I might be making some myself because I've not been well, and that's good stuff. Honey lasts forever. UK column news. Wow, is that the real UK column news? If it is, fantastic. It'd be good to see. Honey, yeah, raw local honey. Try not to get that cheap stuff in the supermarkets. Okay, it doesn't matter what label it says in there. It doesn't matter what Makuna, blah blah blah. It's not going to be that good. All right. You want to try and get just a fan. I'm gonna say, imagine Brian on it. That'd be cool. Man, we could chat for hours, me and Brian. Anyway, long story. Yeah, raw local honey. Okay, very, very good for you. Okay, and don't put in it in anything hot. Okay, so if you are going to put it in hot drinks, make sure that that hot drink's cooled right down, because the second it goes, I think it's above 60 degrees Celsius, it kills off all of the good properties in there. Okay, so just spoon it in raw local honey. Seriously good for you. Make your own cider. Wow. Do you know what? We've got a cherry tree and an apple tree at the back, so that might be a laugh. Old funky cider. Ooh, funky scrumpy. Sorry, you started something there. Oh dear. Hey, you know about goldbacks? Yeah, for sure, dude. In fact, it's going to be going that way, the bartering system, because when you see the currency just literally just run dry, there's going to be alternatives. It's going to be needed too. So yeah, goldbacks, greenbacks in the US, if you remember greenbacks. News on comms after the drop. I'm not sure what you mean. News on comms, communications. Well, like someone said earlier about the grand solar minimum, Wild Soul V, good to see you. Epsom salts, yeah, we got some of that actually. Very useful for loads of things. Good to see you on here, V. I hope you're well. I think I saw Roach on here earlier. So yeah, if I'm a cockroach is listening but not watching, come on over and say hi to V. It's all good. Look at that, the bug out team back in the house. They were good times, aren't they? Seriously cool. Pork will soon be scarce. Yeah, do you know what? When we was looking into food, more over meat, it looks like a planned slow attack on the meat industry. Hey there. Hey Kev Customs. Hello, buddy. Yeah, they sure were. Good times. You want to try and get yourself to the prepper meat, V. There's Farmer Cockroach right below you. It's always going to be below you, V. You know that. But yeah, it's going to be chicken and pork. Them two things are the most widely used, and they're cheaper than beef. Okay, so if you haven't got a good stock already, make sure you get loads of chicken breast. What I've done is I buy like big packs of 10 or so, a couple of kilos a box. I'll get some sealy bags, so I'll take each chicken breast out, put it in one sealy bag, roll it right up and seal it so there's no air in there. So that'll prevent freezer burn, and it saves me using up all my food saver rolls, okay, because they are expensive. And I just put them in the freezer. I've probably got about 40 or 50 in the freezer, and they just sit there. And if I want chicken, I'll just buy it as and when it's available, okay? So I've always got a good source of chicken protein there. I do like a chicken curry, and we do like chicken fried rices and that sort of thing. So it's just sitting there waiting for when the the inevitable happens. Okay, so yeah, proteins. Always make sure you've got some protein stored away. Local raw honey was a huge amount of healing qualities. Oh yeah, 100%. Let me see. South Wales here, chicken feed went from 8 to 10.70 overnight this week. Wow, bloody hell. In fact, my partner, she follows this person in the States. Appalachia. I nearly said alopecia again. I keep on saying that. Appalachia Homestead. Fitara.
No,
Patara. Patara. Yeah, a good channel. So if you want to learn some homesteading stuff, there's some great tips on there. So she's big into eggs and poultry, and also growing her own vegetables and fruit. So
I expect the eggs, $1 an egg. She said it's going to go up to
$1 per egg in the US.
That's what they're expecting.
That's pretty crazy. We're quite lucky where we are because we got loads of honesty boxes all over the place. Simon Mills, thanks for your donation, dude. CB is going to be Keens and Coms, and food is easy to come by. Yeah, do you know what? I should get my CB up and running. I've got Midland 104. It's okay as a base station, but it's more of a mobile comms system. But yeah, that's going to need some serious whip antenna because we're out in the hills, and you know with the radio frequencies you need good line of sight. So that's going to be a problem where we are. But no, I absolutely agree. CBs are great for like local comms. Sideband is good if you want a bit of privacy chatting because you know you've only got 40 channels on there, and you're going to get people earwigging, like they used to call it. Show my age now. Grow garlic as an antibacterial. Yeah, we've done loads, I think, the last couple of years. What I've done for my birthday, I treated myself to a variety pack from a place called the Isle of Wight Garlic Company. Really, really good, okay? So all of them, I've taken them all out of the bulbs and the seed garlic, and I planted all of them. Every single one of them come up. The important thing to note when you're growing garlic is I usually plant mine about September, October time, okay? Just a little bit before you should, which they recommend you plant in November. I prefer the early purple whites because they come up about a month early. They're ready a month early before everything else because I want to use the space for other crops, okay? So yeah, you're looking around early summer, late spring. What you want to do is you want to heavily start feeding your garlic, probably about 2 months before you pull them, okay? So loads and loads and loads of feed. What I recommend is the best feed for anything that you're going to eat that's grown underground, right? So your carrots, your potatoes, your parsnips, your garlic, your onions, all of that sort of stuff that grows under the ground in a bulb form, in a sense. You want to use manure water, okay? So chicken shit is fantastic, okay? Use chicken poo and water. You just let it soak in a bucket. You stir it around now and again. That is absolutely fantastic. Anything that you want to grow above level in your garden for food, you want to do like a mix. Now, what I do is I get some cut grass from the lawnmower, chuck it in a bucket, get loads of stinger nettles, chuck it in there. And if you're fortunate enough to have seaweed, it's not essential, but it does help. You put that in there as well, like 3 equal amounts in thirds, okay? Then you just fill it up with as much water as you think you need to. You stir it, put a lid in there, give it a minimum of 2 weeks, and then all you do is you decant a little cap of that into your watering can, and you just water it onto your crops, and then you just hose it all in with water. Then you will find anything that's growing above the surface will grow 50% bigger, okay? And exactly the same as, like I said, with the manure water that's grown under the ground, all right? You'll get 50% more yield, and that's making your own fertilizer because you don't want to be buying fertilizer, okay? What's going on out there at the moment is crazy. Simon Mills, been a blast, stay healthy and prepped. Thanks for your donations, mate. Really appreciate that. That's cool. I've heard that about blackouts. Yeah, that's another thing as well. There's been a lot of stuff on the media. I think in Europe, I'm not sure it's actually come over here yet, but they are actually announcing that there's possible power cuts on the horizon over winter. Okay. Obviously, there's going to be a huge demand in energy, like there always is in the winter months. It gets dark early, you use your lights longer, all that sort of stuff. And also the prices and energy as well. So you remember me saying that there's going to be a big problem with food in October, okay, when harvest season is. If you add into that fact that the food harvest in October, they're going to do their second ramp up with energy prices in October as well. So in the same month, you're going to see food being scarce and energy prices going up big time. Now, I'm not sure how much it's going to be, but some people are saying 50%. Okay, so if you're paying £100 a month on electric, they reckon you're going to be paying £200 a month electric, right? Just as an example. So October is not looking good, and the triple whammy, because things always happen and freeze, if you know what I mean. They term it now flu season. Okay, so all flu season is just a fancy term of you know, come winter time, people get the sniffles, they get coughs and colds, but they're going to say there's some new whatever that's coming or going to be out there that's going to be, you know, affecting lots of different things on a social level. So October, in my opinion, is the key month this year to look out for. So June, July, August, September, October, 4 months. So you've got 4 months to get your arse in gear if you haven't done so already. 4 months, you want to make sure that you've got a minimum, a bare minimum of 3 months, longer if you can. Okay, I know it's expensive, but you want to try. Okay, it doesn't have to be expensive food. Get the cheapest food that you can get. Okay, so you go to Aldi, you go to Lidl, you get the pasta, you get the rice, you get the cheapest stuff that you can get, and you just put it away. Make sure it's not near any radiators, it's not in the shed, it's not in the attic. Make sure it's relatively cool and it's in a dark place. You don't know sunlight getting on it. And you want to keep it away from smells. Anything that's got strong smells, like any fuels, okay? Because that's going to leach into your food, make it taste and smell horrible, all right? So October is going to be a killer month for sure, okay? So you've got energy prices, you've got food being a big problem. Some are going to be expensive or not available at all. And then you've got some weird virus, whatever that's going to be introduced, and it's going to be a nightmare, all right? So them three things in October is going to be the devil in disguise for this year, all right? So like I say, you've got plenty of time. I mean, we're fortunate that the mainstream is not talking about this. We want to try and make sure that us as a community are all singing from the same hymn sheet, and we've all got as much stuff as we can stored away, okay? Personally, where I live, we're right out in the sticks, and we have wood for our heating, all right? So it's very expensive. I'm really close in considering getting a chainsaw so I can do it myself to save a lot of money. And because it is very expensive, every 3 weeks we're spending £170 just on firewood, okay, to heat the water, to heat the house up, etc. Because it's a back boiler, all right? We can't actually cook on our stove, but it fills our radiators up with hot water. Okay, so that's how our system works. So to sort of compensate for that, I've decided to invest in some gas bottles. Okay, so always make sure that you've got some gas bottles before the prices go up. Okay, because what's going on in Russia, it's going to affect the global gas supply. The prices are going to be reflected in whatever they dictate. Okay, whether you like it or not, because they are the biggest producer of natural gas on the planet. All right. Get a chainsaw, mate. Winter is coming. Yeah. I've had a go on Lee's at the bug out. I might see if I can borrow that a few times just to make sure that I'm really comfortable with it, okay? Because it's a very dangerous piece of kit and equipment. Anyone that's not used a chainsaw before, there's a hell of a lot to consider and understand. And also protective clothing, okay? You need to have boots, you need to have trousers, you need to have a face guard at the bare minimum, okay? You start going out there with just a pair of shorts on, okay? You're asking for trouble because it's the slightest little thing, even if it's not your fault, okay, it could be too late. You start cutting legs off and arms off, you're going to need them with what's coming down the road, okay? So yeah, the chainsaw, I'm going to need to have a go on Uncle Lee's just to get really confident with it. And then once I feel confident, I'll probably look for a second-hand one because they're just too expensive, okay? I have a race saw, and chainsaws are dangerous. I've never heard of a race saw tech. Wow. Oh, I've got no idea what it is. I'll have to have a look online in a bit. axe and man up, mate. You can go and kiss my ring. I ain't using an axe for no one. And forget all that ego, man up as well. You can jog on if you want. Not a chance. Bloody axes. Dangerous. Must remember to watch Scarface again. What? Oh dear. Was there a chainsaw now? I can't remember. It's been years since I watched that flick. Here we go. Look, rooster neck. This is nice. I remember the 70s as a kid. We had candles in cups to use the toilet. Food warmed up on gas heaters. Yeah, the heater was cheaper, and it piped. It pipped gas. Then piped gas. Sorry, and it got expensive, and we had to go and get paraffin. Yeah, I remember paraffin very, very well. I hope this is not freezing, by the way, because my screen looks good. It's just the lag that I'm seeing. Let me see. Run to the woods. I fix chainsaws if Lee got a dead one lying around. I can rebuild. Oh, dude, I appreciate that. Yeah, if I find one, I might have to post it down to you. It won't cost a lot because they're big, heavy things, aren't they? Wow. A battery chainsaw. Expensive but amazing. Whew. It's getting hot in here. Bloody fire. Sweating. What have we got in here? Yeah, nearly 24 degrees. Battery chainsaw charge off solar. Yeah, it sounds like a plan, but it sounds bloody expensive. I was probably looking at spending on a good second-hand chainsaw, probably about £200, something like that. But I even looked at one of those steel chainsaws, and it looked absolutely beat up to crap, and they wanted 600 quid for one of those. So you can forget that. Yeah, very, very expensive chainsaws are. Bruce Campbell versus Bert Gummer. Who would win? Lee, what are you like? A fire lit in June? Question mark. Oh yeah. In case you don't know, this is Wales. It's never warm in Wales. With the wind chill, it's about 12 degrees out there today. All right, and at night time. Hey?
And I've got no blood in on me.
Yeah, it's bloody freezing. All right. Especially if you're used to living on the south coast where you got 20 odd degrees. I don't know. With the wind up here, because it's always windy on the mountain, it's bloody cold. And like I said, we use it really just to heat the house up a little bit. And yeah, my partner's, she's a vampire. She's got no blood, so. Run to the woods, still or Husqvarna? Well, I'm always leaning towards still because my friend Clive is an arborist. Surrey arborist is called. He thoroughly recommends them. But his tack, he'll recommend them too. But he's absolutely loaded them, and he drives an Aston Martin for Christ's sake. So what chance have I got in affording one of those? We had frost here the other morning. Bloody hell, really? Wowee. Battery chainsaw, still every time. It's a game changer. Yeah, it does seem to be like the pinnacle. Husqvarna's are good, but I think Stihl was just elbowed Husqvarna right in the face, and they've gone right to the top of the tree. It just seems that everyone who uses chainsaws got those Stihls now. So, hi Funky, what type of off-road vehicle do you have now? Oh, it's a secret. I don't want anyone to know what it is. And it runs a diesel. Yeah, it's a diesel runner. MP, hello. How's Mrs. Funky? Oh, you're Mrs. Funky now. We got married, did we? No, my partner Saf. Yeah, she's fine. She's holding it all together because I've been ill for the last 2 weeks. So yeah, it's been a bit of a chore, but we're getting there. Let me see. Right, what else did I want to talk about? Now we talked about food and what sort of foods to get as well. Okay, so like I said, you really want to concentrate on getting some grains. Okay, they last for donkey's years. Now buckwheat is very good. You can do a lot of things with buckwheat. Apparently my friend Duncan, he recommends that you get the pre-toasted buckwheat, okay, because it holds more nutrition inside. Um, oh, metallic reality. She's mad on bloody knives. She keeps saying, bring some bloody knives to the prepper meet. I say, no, not with Arlen. We got a 4-year-old. There's no way I'm bringing knives to the prepper meet. Jesus Christ. You've got kids. Some parents, eh? Yeah, just bring knives. You know, make sure you watch him every 10 seconds, because if you don't, he will cut his hands right off. No, I'm not bringing knives to the prepper meet. Oh, dear. Here we go. Are there many things over there across the pond you guys can't get? That's a very good question. And like I've been saying for a while now, is we can't get antibiotics. Okay, we just can't get them at all. Some people say you can get fish mox, which is fish amoxicillin. Whether it actually works, I don't know. I still think it's a myth. Still to this point, I've not seen anyone anywhere try it and report back the results. So for me, fish mox, I'm not going to risk doing that until I've seen some evidence that it's actually safe for humans and the dosage is being regulated to a way that we understand. Okay, we don't want to be making no mistakes or making things worse. So antibiotics are a big thing here in the UK. There is one antibiotic ingredient that I did manage to get. That was on eBay and that was from America, funny enough. It's the stuff in the yellow tube. Oh, God, I can't. Thanks. Oh, you're good. You should come this side. The voice of reason over there. Yeah, Neosporin. If any of you guys have not heard of Neosporin, get some, okay? There's a variant that they do that's got a little blue label on it and it says with pain relief. That's the one to get, okay? If you're out in the woods or something and just say for argument's sake you're climbing over a rusty or barbed wire fence and it cuts you like that, okay? And if you don't clean that wound fast enough, I'll guarantee you that will get infected. And if we're talking a grid down and you're out there, right, that little cut on there from that rusty barbed wire fence over time will kill you. No two ways about it. Neosporin, you clean it off as best as you can, all right, then you just squirt a bit on there and you just rub it in and leave it. You wake up the next morning, that whole wound will practically disappear. It's gone. The antibiotic cream and the pain relief in that stuff is absolutely amazing. And I recommend that everyone have that in their first aid kit in their bug out bag. Okay, that one little tube, you can get them in small tubes that are about 1.5 inches long, going up to 3 inches long. Okay, it will last donkey's years and it will go way past the date that it says on there. Okay. I'll send you some Neosporin. Do you got email? No, Tack. Honestly, dude, thanks, bruv, but I'm good. I think I've got about 4 or 5 tubes of that stuff. So the only thing we can't get is bloody antibiotics, like amoxicillin, 500 milligrams. I think is the standard. That is good for infections. So if you've got like a cut or a nasty wound or something, that's really good. Savlon is great, yeah, but it's got no antibiotic in there. It's got an antiseptic, which is okay, but it's not going to kill hardcore infection, okay? Homemade penicillin, yeah, you could do. If you're not allergic to it, a lot of people are. Just get some bread go mouldy. Antibiotics, just ring your doctor and tell him you've got an abscess on a tooth and the dentist is closed. It's not a bad scam. I suppose it could work. Yeah, Neosporin. Really get hold of that stuff. You can get it on Amazon, you can get it on eBay. Get the stuff with added pain relief on the little blue label that's on the yellow tube, okay? If you get that stuff, trust me, dude, you're good to go. It's really, really good stuff. I was so impressed when I used it. Oh, gutted. You had to come off the 40 miler. Was you injured? No, I come down with this weird virus stuff the night before. I shouldn't have really gone, to be honest. I think I managed about 10, 12 miles the night to check. But yeah, and I'm still recovering from it now. I'm still not 100%. So yeah, that's like Roach says. The last thing you want to do is be sick in the field. It's seriously bad. Okay. Let me see what else have we got in here. How long can Desle store for? Desle. Desle. I don't know idea what that is. Sorry. Yeah, wait for another storm and cut the trees down. Yeah. We did have one tree that come down in the storm actually, and I got my silky big boy and chopped that up. That was quite fun actually. I love that saw. It's wicked. It's seriously good. All right. Now, here on the farm, we never use protective clothes when using, I guess it's a chainsaw. Easy and simple to use. Yeah. All right, Gary, that's entirely up to you, mate. But personally, I've never used one before, so I'm going to be edging caution because the amount of chainsaw incidences out there, it's always the people who, like yourself, we don't need one, and the next day, woof, they've cut their hand off or whatever, they slipped. And it's the same with all of the people's. Oh, sorry, Silky. 3-minute chainsaw. Sorry, Dave. Oh dear. Yeah, I know I'm going to need a chainsaw at some point. The only thing is they're really bloody noisy, aren't they? And they're bloody heavy and they're dangerous. All right, let me see what's going on in here. So what have you guys noticed where you are then? So obviously the fuel prices have all been pretty much hovering around the same. Has there been any sort of foods that you've noticed in your supermarkets, for example, that have been very low on? Okay, so obviously, like I said, the things that I noticed was the vegetable oil was a bit low. Everything else seems to be fine where I am. I haven't really noticed any shortages at all. So if we can sort of expand on that, where you guys are, have you actually seen any shortages? Sunflower oil, yeah. I know. I ended up going to Aldi because Tesco's actually run out. There was just a big space where it was. Pasta, no shit. You've been seeing shortage of pasta. That's not a good sign. Pasta's been fine. But I'll tell you what I've noticed. It's difficult really because where I was down south, we used to go shopping in Asda and Tesco's mainly, flitted between them two, and they were the really big supermarkets. Okay, the big superstores. So we're used to seeing like huge amounts of all different items. Okay, so up here in Wales, there's a Tesco's that we use, which isn't far away, and it's probably about 1/3 of the size of the ones we got down south, the great big ones. Okay, it's tiny, so there's not that much choice, especially with pasta. So I don't know whether there used to be a lot of pasta there or it's always been a crap amount. Okay, there's hardly anything available at all in the pasta. I would say the height of an average oil, which is what, I don't know, 7 feet, 8 feet maybe at the top shelf. I would say probably about 6 foot wide, maybe 5 foot wide. That's all of the pasta in the entire supermarket. There's hardly anything. Where it was down south, it's about an 8 foot sort of average height of a thing, and you probably got about 30 feet, big long line of all different types of pasta. So there's very, very little limited choice here in Wales, from what I've noticed. Carlos, here you go. Yeah, I've been getting the 1 kilo packs of spaghetti because they just vacuum seal great. 1 kilo is a good round number to work around with units of measure. And it was £1.30, and now it's gone up to £1.40. So it's only gone up 10p. Okay. I did notice in Asda, sorry, there's no Asda in bloody Wales anywhere. Not that I can find. There's Aldi, sorry, not too far away from the Tesco's that I'll go to. They had some. I thought it was 20p, but when I went there the other week, it was 70p. So it's either gone up or I just made a mistake. But that stuff wasn't actually bad. It wasn't a kilo. It's probably half, 500-gram pack. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what you guys are saying. Tinned food price rise. Do you know what? It's another thing as well. Like I said, 2020, when all that started, the amount of tinned foods that have special offers on have all but stopped. Okay. every single week when I do my weekly shop, I always go down the tin food aisle. And in Wales, there's not been one single offer apart from that peck, the pig meat. That's the only one that's had an offer. All of it was just, £1.60 a tin for curry, which is extortionate. There used to be an offer down south for £1. So yeah, it's a bit expensive in Wales. Whether it's just Wales, I don't really know. It's just where I'm living. That's just what I'm seeing. Let me see. Potatoes and Aldi have blight. Oh, do you know what? Ain't that the truth? She's laughing over there. Oh my God. What is it? And do you know what? When we was down south,
That was pre-COVID as well.
it was the issue, yeah. And down south, what was it? In Lidl, all of the potatoes in Lidl's are absolutely rubbish. They're terrible. Okay, you peel them and they're just blighted. They're absolutely crap. So don't buy potatoes from Aldi's or Lidl's, all right? Unless you want to throw half of them in the bin. I would say Asda was probably the best for potatoes. I didn't have any problems with them. I did have a few problems with Maris Pipers in Tesco. They was always having blight issues. It's a bloody nightmare. So I ended up getting white potatoes, all those red rooster ones when there was an offer. They were pretty good. Didn't have no problems with those. We're trying to grow our own potatoes, but it's a case of digging the boulders at the ground first. Oh, because we live in a mountain now, and it's an absolute ball ache like you would not believe. It really, really is. Has anyone noticed the buy one get one free gone? Do you know what? Yeah, I think that's a very good point. Buy one get one free.
I don't know, you do the shopping.
I've not seen it for a long time. I really haven't actually. The bug off. Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah, I didn't pick up on that. Right, let me see. Maris Pipers make the best chips. Yeah, they do. Well, wife used to own 3 chip shops, and that's all they ever used. And they said they're by far the best for chips. Yeah, we don't really. We try not to have many chips because they're not really good for you. But I know what you mean. They're good for roast potatoes, no? Same sort of thing, really, I guess. Yeah, for sure. Just trying to look through. Peck pork used to be £1, now it's £1.99 a tin. Yeah, that stuff. Oh God, we get the larger, the 300 gram tins. They're really really good. If you've not tried that peck pork, it's excellent. If you want to do like a lunch and meat type sandwich, so you just do a sandwich, get some pickle in there. Oh man, it's really good. I've not actually tried frying it up, or did I? I might have. I might have fried it like a spam type bacon grill type thing.
Bacon grill, didn't
Yeah, we're lucky that my son absolutely loves bacon grill. So I always try and make sure I've got a good old stock of bacon grill in the house.
You need to get your kids used to eating what you're storing, because if the shit's a fan and kids are used to eating certain foods, they're not going to start eating spam.
No, that's a good point. If any of you got kids out there, now's the time to start introducing prep food to your kids. Okay, so we started with Arlen. You can get like birds, like a trifle, in a box, like a kit. So I sat him down with me and we made the whole thing together, all right? And we put it in the fridge. And once it was done, he absolutely loved it. The bacon grill, the same thing. We opened it together. We got it out. We sliced it up. And I got him to put it in the frying pan and we cooked it. He ate it. He loved it. So if you can,
pulses, all the stuff.
yeah, for sure. Like Roach said to me years ago, he said, involve your kids in everything. Okay, everything that you do, involve your kids in, especially cooking. All right. So if you can get your kids used to eating prep food, it helps. I believe if the kids are younger, if they're actually being a part of the process of actually cooking it, because they feel like they've contributed, so they're more likely to eat it. So yeah, anything that stores, okay, just try it on the kids, right? Just see how they get on with it, because what you don't want to do is start actually using your prep food when you really have to, and your kids are turning their nose up it and they won't eat it.
stressful enough.
That's going to stress out everyone, because you're going to be watching your kids lose weight because they just won't eat the prep stuff. So get them eating it now, okay? What's that? Murpha has it all. Murpha, oh, you couldn't pay me to live there. Sorry. I live up in the mountains. Gotta go. Hey, Tack, thanks for coming along, brother. I'll miss you. And now I've got the internet, first time in 7 months, I'm going to catch up. I'm going to start hitting some of your vids. You take care, buddy. Take it easy. Good to see you. Wow. Let me see. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, we was talking about Asda in Merthyr. Why don't they put Asda up in Bilf? Bilf's quite a big town, isn't it? Or isn't it? I don't know. In fact, there was supposed to be a Lidl being built in Bilf, Wales. And Landrin Dodd Wales as well. Well, I don't know what's happened to that. It's a bloody shame, because, you know, the worst places that we're noticing since we moved there is co-op. The co-op shops, the ones with the petrol stations and things like that. Hey, Tack. Later, dude. They're disgraceful. The prices are absolutely disgraceful in co-op shops. They really, really are. And in fact, I'm surprised people actually spend money in there. You know, I walk in there just to bloody pay for fuel, and the prices, it's like I just don't give a monkeys. Yeah, co-op. Yeah, don't go in co-op in Wales. Just like boycott them. Go to Aldi, go to Tesco's. Don't go to co-op. All right, no matter what. They're taking the rice big time. Let me see. So it looks like there's not that many food shortages at the moment. Cost cutter is more expensive than Waitrose. I don't even know what cost cutter is. Yeah, that's the thing where we live out here. We're not used to the convenience of the food that we had access to down south. Down south, we had everything. Then there's Sainsbury's, the great big places, Waitrose, even Marks and Spencers, Home Bargains. Used to love Home Bargains. B&M, it's okay. Aldi's, Lidl's, Tesco's, and Asda. We had all of that. Up here, we've just got Tesco's, a small co-op, and a small Aldi. That's it. So yeah, we are missing out on a lot. But you know, that's the price you pay when you want to be away from all the idiots living in the cities. Okay. You know, when I wake up and I open my front door and I just see wilderness, man, I'll take that any day of the week. Seriously. Waitrose is full of. I'm sorry about that. Let me see. Bjorn. Hello, buddy. Good to see you. How's things in Norway? Just quickly, I've had no internet here in the wilderness for 7 months. I've only literally just got it, and I'm in the process of getting this temporary internet massively upgraded. I've just ordered the cables. They should be coming next week. So by next weekend, I should have really good internet. Once I've got the internet, Bjorn, I'm going to be building a website like we talked about. Okay, so I want to get that started. I want to get that done. My goal is to get it all up and running by Christmas, hopefully before then. And then, yes, it's going to be a big income for me, because, you know, I'm not that paid very well where I work. So I need to really get some money in. So it was your idea, Bjorn, about the website, which was not Squarespace. It's the other one. I forget what it's called already now. Very terrible. But yeah, that's actually going to happen, Bjorn. So good to see you in the house, buddy. Let me see. Oh, thanks for the donations, you guys, by the way. That's very nice to see. Thank you very much. Very kind. Time for chocolate coffee. Yeah, me and Bjorn love that chocolate coffee. Do you know what, Bjorn? How about this? One day, should we do a live stream together? Would that be good? I think that'd be cool. I've got a Zoom app set up on my laptop for when I've done my security course. So if Bjorn, if you want to do a live stream shared one day, let me know. I'll chat to you on one of the encrypted messaging apps, shall we say, like we did, and we'll work something out. That'd be good. As far as I believe, in Norway you're about 1 hour ahead. Central European time, I'm presuming, I don't know. So yeah, it's not going to be too bad to work that out. So Bjorn Andreas Bull Hansen. Yeah, my brother. He subscribed to me years ago, believe it or not. Yeah, I love Bjorn stuff. Go live together, Funky and Bjorn. Yeah, I think so. You ever thought of growing tobacco plants? Yeah, I used to grow them years ago. Whether you can smoke them or not, I don't know, but they used to smell lovely in the evening, I know that much. Do you read Cockroach? Come in. No idea what that is. Funky Viking. Vikings in the house. Hey, what we got here? Any Army Navy stores local to you? No, man, I think they've all gone now. Let me just see who's in here. Tree Dude, my local area. Let me see. Any town is big to me, Funky. Gary Stewart. Oh yeah, you must live in the sticks too. Slave to no man. Grow medical cannabis. Medical. Oh wow. It's a shame Faye's not in here because I think she's into all that stuff as well. The comments. There's 190 people in the chat. If you can hit the thumbs up, guys, I really appreciate that. That's seriously awesome. Where's Armour Cockroach these days? He was on there earlier. Sorry, man, you must have come a bit too late. If you scroll through the chat, you'll see him on there. Evan Walsall V was on. I've had my brother Tack in America, and now we've got Bjorn in the house. So yeah, it's been cool. It's been cool catching up with some old friends. Like I said, I've had 7 months without the internet, so it's been a bit of a bitch. So, yeah, get swigging on a vitamin B. I don't know what vitamin B is. I've had vitamin C all day. All that does is make me pee. I don't even think that works, that vitamin C. I'm a cockroach. Are you still there? Oh, Christ, yeah, Mike. You tried phoning me. Sorry about that, mate. Yeah, I've just been not well. My hearing's just packed up. So I thought it's going to be weird having a bloody phone call. Wonder how Lars is. I sent Lars an email, oh God, about 3 months ago now, and he's doing good. He had a problem with the issue around that time, but I think he's okay now. Let me see. I'm after a petroleum MTP Gore-Tex jacket, size 200. Where can I get one? Your best bet is to keep checking eBay, mate. The petroleum one, yeah, I've got that one. It's the one with the neoprene sleeves, and the Gore-Tex is thicker too, I believe. Size 200, I don't know what that is. I'm 180, 104. I don't know what 200 is. 200, was that in centimeters? Because 180 is the height, 104 is the chest. So 200, I've got no idea what that is. Surplus shops low on smocks. Yeah, you want to hit us up at the bug out. We've got loads of smocks just coming. So we got MTP, we got DPM, we got both of them in Gore-Tex as well. We got the thin Gore-Tex and we've got the thick Gore-Tex. So yeah, we've covered all of the smocks. So if any of you guys need some smocks, go and visit the bug out. I'm sure we could get something posted off to you. We've got lots of sizes too, lots of adult sizes as well, not just kids, which is good. Yep, I saw your video. 200 is big boy size. Okay. Blimey. Have you been swift kind across Co-op in Iceland? Iceland? God, I haven't been to Iceland for about a year. Oh, dude. Let me see. It looks like Bjorn's come in and gone out again. He's a busy guy. Oh, look at that. Paolo. Oh my God. The guy who got my camera sorted. Paolo Girate. Sorry if I said that wrong. Oh, it's today. Hi, Bjorn. Thanks for the donation, brother. Really appreciate that. Hope everything's okay with you. Great to hear from you. Keep up the amazing work. Oh, man. God bless you, brother. Seriously appreciate that. Yeah, recovering from some weird illness, man. It's been a couple of weeks now. I'm on the mends now, but we're getting there. But Bjorn, you're still here. Would you want to do a live stream one day? Free talk. We can talk about anything we want. Just an idea. If you're interested, mate, I'll send you a message on the. Yes, excellent. I'll send you a message on the private encrypted network that we share. Okay, sweet. That'd be good. So yeah, it looks like me and Bjorn could be doing a live stream. That'd be excellent because I'm hearing all sorts of weird and wonderful things that's going on out in not Finland, Norway. So yeah, it'd be great to see what's going on. That'd be really cool. Nice one, Bjorn. We'll set that up, son. Excellent. Yes. Oh, Lee was saying Merthyr Tydfil has it all. Yeah. Man, we went down. Shut up. Don't say it, get me shot. Yeah, Merthyr Tydfil. Oh my days. Yeah, there's probably a few things there, but you couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me. It's just too many people. That's all it is. It's nothing personal. It's just too many people in one area. Screw that. Oh, no way. Preppers. Right, Tree Dude, you start talking stuff like that, the moderators are going to kick you off, all right? Weapon Collector, yeah. Keep an eye on that one above you, mate. Great stream, mate. I better get my stream set up. Yeah, I'll be coming on, buddy, all right? I'll be coming on to your stream, absolutely. Wow, look at that. That's awesome. 1 hour 26. I've got to be finishing soon. Wow. So yeah, just quickly then. Now, what we've established so far then is there has been a bit of a shortage of vegetable oil. Some people have been seeing issues with pasta, which is a concern because pasta is one of my go-tos. You need to get as much pasta as you can, okay? Get the cheapest that you can. It's all Durham wheat, okay? Yeah, the quality might be a bit different, but at the end of the day, we're talking bulk calories. That's what you need to get stock of, bulk calories. You need energy, okay? Once you've got those bulk calories, then you can start adding to that, okay? So we're talking a big slow release carbs, which is going to be complex carbohydrates, which is what pasta is. You're going to need to get simple sugars, okay, to release the energy quickly. You're going to need to get protein as well. So you need to get high fat proteins. Very, very important. So you want to be looking at stuff like bacon grill. Bacon grill is excellent. It's a good source of protein. There's a lot of salt and sodium in there, which will make sure that that meat lasts for years, okay? And also, you know, you're going to be sweating, you're going to be working, so you're going to be sweating, you're going to be losing salt, so you're going to need to replace that salt. So salty meats, excellent, okay? Really make sure that you try and get as much of that stuff as you can, okay? So rice, pasta, get as much of it as you can, as much as you can. Bacon grill is damn expensive. Yeah, I think it's about £1.30 a tin. But like I say, when you consider that you get a tin of bacon grill and it's going to last 20 years, guarantee it, it's going to last 20 years, all right? It's got a lot of protein in there and a lot of salt, and it just stores for so long. There's no way that you can get a tinned product that is going to be safe to eat for 20 years for that amount of protein and calories for that price. Trust me, bacon grill is expensive, it's cheap. You start buying bacon grill in a couple of years from now, then tell me it's expensive. 130 is cheap right now, okay? Vitamin B is going to be important. I don't understand what this vitamin B is. I'll take vitamin D, I'll take vitamin C, I'll take vitamin K2 to make sure that the vitamin D3. B12, yeah, that is one apparently, yeah, but B3, I don't know what that is. It's a strange one. I'll look into it now. Sell it on 15 years with big profit. Yeah, yeah, some people can. Like I say, food is not all about like eating, it's a bartering item too, okay? Whilst we're on the subject of bartering items, try to stockpile things that aren't too expensive, which are going to be extremely useful to a lot of people, okay? Cigarette lighters is a good one, okay? It's very, very cheap. Lighter gas, alcohol. Get cheap alcohol, okay? Because it doesn't matter. You want to get the highest volume for as cheap as possible, Don't care what it is, it's going to get you there, if you know what I mean. All right, just get loads of it, put it out of the way, it will store indefinitely. All right, because what you want to try and do is try to understand what people have addictions to, and make sure that you get stuff of that nature. Because when people have addictions and they can't get what they need, they are going to do whatever they can to get it, and they're going to probably pay over the odds as well, which is going to help you out. So cigarettes and alcohol, big addictions, caffeine, coffee, stuff like that. Okay, so make sure that you get it, even if you don't smoke, you don't drink or whatever, just get some, put it away, forget all about it. I noticed, I can't remember her name, but she was on Instagram and she does all these free competitions, and she got a whole tray or crate of Red Bull and she doesn't drink it. So I think what I say to her is just to say, keep that, stick it away, because people are going to be low on energy. A lot of people have already got addictions to that Red Bull crap. So can you imagine the amount of money that, or whatever, she's going to get for that? And she didn't pay anything, she won the competition. So try and get stuff that people have addictions, okay? Because trust me, they are going to pay whatever to get what they need, okay? Cigarettes, baccy, alcohol, I would go for vodka, anything over 40% or whatever it is, okay? It's wasting your time getting beer, all right? It's only like 4%, okay? It's not going to get you to where you're going to need to get to, all right? You want to get for hard liquor. Moonshine, learn how to do moonshine is a good one too. There you go, just said it, moonshine. So yeah, whiskey, I always used to go to Tesco's, and what I would do is I would just get a nice bottle of single malt, only when it was on offer, and I made a point of not drinking them, okay? I made one bottle last the whole year, and I ended up with about 15 bottles of single malt. So they're great barterable items, okay? You can always swap one of those. If someone does you a massive favour, they come and cuts all your trees down because they've fallen down or whatever, someone's cleared all of your drive or they've helped you, you've got no money on you, give them a bottle of scotch, they're happy as Larry. And it's only cost me 20 quid a few years ago. Okay, so bartering, you want to think about items that you can swap. Okay, really cool. Right, so I've got to go now. I've got family stuff to take care of now. So thanks ever so much for everyone coming on the chat. Thanks to all of the moderators who have kept it clean and they kept all the idiocracy out of the equation. It really does help. And finally, everyone who's donated, really appreciate it. Like, you won't believe how much that helps, to be honest. It really does. So thanks to everyone who's contributed in all of the chat. What I'm going to be doing at some point, I'm going to be looking through the replay and making some notes of what's gone on here, because there's been a hell of a lot. We've got 170 odd people in the chat now. I'm going to be heading over to Weapon Collector. He's doing a live stream right now. His name's Mike. There's going to be a few people on there. I'm going to chat with a few friends on there now. And if I see you on there, I'll see you on there. If not, I'll see you later on. So thanks ever so much for coming along. Thanks for watching. Stay funky.